My third video in the same week. That is a record for me. Not a massive record, but a record all the same. Setting it up differently again. Not took that long, I don't think. Probably half an hour. Thinking about getting a lantern and spending more money on these videos. God. It's an expensive hobby at the moment. But I've got a light box. I think that's what they call it, just a softbox. And I was looking at a video this morning, and he's using a light lantern, which diffuses the light better, more, rather than this one being concentrated towards me. I don't think this is far enough away from me. And the light lantern may be better. I don't know. I'm just a bit, I don't want to be spending more money on stuff that I don't really need. I've gone for a lot brighter setup today. I don't know if it looks better or not. I've put my camera up a little bit higher, so it's pointing slightly down towards me. Making all these little adjustments, they take time, don't they? It's just finding out what works for me. I'm just now looking at my film light, thinking it could just be up slightly. It doesn't matter, does it? It doesn't. The house is very quiet today because it's only me and my mum in it, which is strange when you're used to all noise that goes off in background, and then when there's just me and my mum, it's nice and quiet. And I miss having Eric in the house. It doesn't seem right not having him here, just hearing him, even if I can't see him or knowing he's in the house. They're in Liverpool at the moment. They went to Manchester yesterday and then went over to Liverpool and stopped the night, which they weren't planning on doing, but why not? So they're going to go and have a look at Liverpool and Everton's grounds today, and possibly a mooch round Liverpool as well if they've got time. I've worked in Liverpool, and I can't remember the area now, but it was near both Everton's Goodison, weren't it? I don't know what the new one's called, and Anfield. It was between them both. And as I remember, they weren't that far away from each other. But yeah, I only worked there for about, I don't know, a week or so. But we didn't get to see much of Liverpool at all. And from what I've seen, it looks a great city to go and have a look round. Loads of history, lots of different stuff, and it's a port city, so you get lots of different people, different cultures there. And I keep threatening to go and have a night out in Liverpool. I've got some Scouse mates, quite a few Scousers actually. They all rave about how good Liverpool is. Yeah, they don't live there anymore. But yeah, I'd love to go. I really would like to go and see Liverpool. I'm a bit ashamed, really, that I've been all around the country, but it's mainly been working. So you see stuff, but obviously you've got to work. So it's not like you get time to properly go about and see places. But yeah, I think they should be coming back today, hopefully. Little and still well, not taking his medicine, which is just kids, isn't it? Yeah, but the house does not seem the same. I'm not comparing him to a dog when I said this, but we've had dogs throughout my life, and when you lose one, the house just doesn't seem the same. We've got a cat, but cats are cats. I don't mind cats. I don't dislike them, but I prefer dogs over cats. And when it's 8 years this year since we lost Flame, and the house definitely just doesn't seem the same without him. And the house now doesn't seem the same when Eric's not here. I miss him. I miss him. I just miss hearing him, seeing him, watching him. Yeah, he's a big part of my life now. A really big part of my life. He's sort of like taken over in a good way. In a good way. I just love having him about. So yeah, the house was very quiet last night. Going to go out and do a few things today, so I thought I'd just get another quick video in. I say a quick video, it's probably going to ramble on for half an hour or so, but I want to get through a few of my notes, and I've not got to worry what people think about me and my videos. Well, I don't have to worry about that, do I? Because there's nobody watching them. It's going to be hard because I don't like criticism. Well, I don't handle criticism very well, and there's something else I need to learn to do better. I'm not looking forward to the day that people say horrible things about my videos. At the moment, nobody's watching them, so nobody's saying anything about them. No doubt if people were to see them, they probably would leave horrible comments, and that'd sting. But if you're opening yourself up like I am doing, then you're going to get people that are saying rubbish things, aren't you? But opposite to that, you're going to get people that say nice things. So it's a balance. It just says I'm going to, and it's another thing I'm going to have to learn to put up with. Might be good for me. It might be good for me. It might be good. Need to get thicker skin, don't I? That's the thing that I need to do, or I will need to do, if anybody comments on it. Which at the moment it doesn't matter. Oh God, this is a bit deep. Well, I do wonder this. Why, when I want something a lot, I ask God? I'm not particularly religious, but it's something that I do. I've noticed that when I'm in the mire, or somebody's poorly, or something serious, then I will ask God, or whatever I think that is. And I do wonder about that. I'm a bit of a hypocrite, aren't I? Because I say, oh, I don't believe in God. But then when I really I'm just looking at it, I just thought it would stop recording then. Give us a sec. Oh, you think it's done? started tracking me. I don't want it to do that. It's picked it up. I don't like it when it does that. Yeah, I feel a bit of a hypocrite because I say I'm not religious, which I'm not. I'm not an atheist as such. I do believe there is something there. I don't know what it is, but I do tend to ask for things when I really need it. Probably you're just not asking anything anyway, because that thing that I think's God is probably not there. Yeah, that's a bit. It's a bit deep, and I don't know. I don't want to ramble on about something like that. Not at the moment. Keep watching Penguin. I don't know how to pronounce his name on YouTube and Twitch, and he does his live streams. He's ever so good. He's ever so funny. I'd like to emulate how he does things. I'd like to get as many views as he gets. Crikey, he gets millions on virtually every video. I would like to do some live streams, and then I think what he does, and I need to look into it a bit more, he clips certain parts of his live stream and then puts it out as a video. I'm pretty sure that that's how he does it, but I've not watched the live stream that he does. I would like to do something along those lines, I think, but it's just finding time, and I can't do a live stream in here, so I'd have to, and then I need some different lights, because I can't. These are far too big to go in my bedroom. That's where I'd have to live stream from, I think. But I would like to do that. I don't know why I've mentioned that then. It just popped up in my head. Oh, this is going back to last year, definitely. Had a long 3 days with carpet fitting. Way more work than I expected, moving all our stuff. Fridge, cooker, washer, settee, chairs, clothes, beds and wardrobes. All before the lads came to the house. Started at 7 o'clock in the morning and finished at about 8-9 o'clock at night. There were 3 long days. The third day weren't quite as bad because they only had to do kitchen, and the lads were brilliant. But we had the whole house carpeted. It's made a right difference to house. It looks different. It feels different. It's warmer. It's just brilliant. Apart from the bits where the cats pulled the, I nearly swore then, pulled the carpet up trying to get in or out of one of the bedrooms. See, now dogs wouldn't do that. Dogs would just sit there until you came. But cat, for whatever reason, thinks he has to pull carpet up to get out the door. But yeah, it were a long 3 days. I was shattered at the end of it. But it's made a huge difference to the house. It just, Littlin likes, it's a lot thicker carpet and it's a lot thicker underlay. And so Littlin can chuck himself about on floor, whereas the old carpet, he couldn't really do that as much. He could, but he'd hurt himself. Yeah, that's that one. Do I want to be famous? I don't really think I do. Not famous. I'd like to be able to make a lot of money from YouTube. That's for sure. That's what I'm aiming for. That's my aim. I've got several aims with it, but to make a lot of money, yeah, that's what I want to do. Whether I do that, no, not like this. Certainly not like this. Well, you never know. I'm not sure really. Being really famous would be weird. I would like the money side. A little bit on YouTube, perhaps, would mean my channel was successful, I suppose. Yeah, well, I'm going to have my face on YouTube. If I want to make some money off YouTube the way I see it, my videos have got to be going out to thousands of people, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. I dream big. So you're going to get your face about place, aren't you? And even if people don't watch your videos, your face will come up on thumbnails when searching for things and be like, oh, it's Nige. I used to work with him. I used to go to school with him. Look at him, he's famous now. No, I don't. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want to be recognised going down the street. That'd freak me out. I don't think I could handle that. I don't. And then people wanting to know your business and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be super famous, like, I don't know, Tom Cruise famous or whatever, you know, that I wouldn't want, just because your life wouldn't be your own, I don't think. It must take a lot of getting your head around being super famous, and there's no way I'm going to be super famous, no way. So yeah, I don't think. Do I want to be famous? Oh, look at that! I've realised I've got some black bits. Great. Supposed to do this before you start shooting, aren't you? So I'm so professional. A bit of a storm at the moment. Nothing to what the US gets. They're not. I mean, we get the back end of storms that come over from America, and they're bad enough. Crikey, no idea how bad it must be in America. I mean, we get the odd twister and stuff. We do, and see spouts, but nothing. Absolutely, and we certainly don't get hurricanes. We might get, like I said, the tail end of them. We had, I think, I don't know if we do get hurricanes, but we certainly get some extreme weather, but nothing compared to what America gets. That's unbelievable, some of the stuff that you see on telly. Oh dear, so random these notes. I'm gonna do two. I don't know. My spelling is rubbish. It is. I spell things. I've never been the best speller. I've got better as I've got older, but I'm nowhere near good. The mobile phones make me lazy. With predictive text, I think that's referring to. Sat-navs make me lazy. Well, I remember before sat-navs were a thing, you had to use maps to get about, and you had to plan it out, especially if it were a long journey. You had to really think about it. Now, predictive text is great, but it does stop you from having to spell things. You only have to stick a few letters in. So it's I suppose it's a double-edged sword. It's good for one thing, it's bad for another. I remember the days of having to use a map to get somewhere. Yeah. I used to do a lot of work in Leeds on traffic lights. On this, I don't know how long I was there for. I don't know, 6 months possibly, and going about from traffic light sets from one to another, and I had to use an A to Z to find my way about. Getting to Leeds was no problem. It was just straight up M1. But fine, because I'm not from Leeds, and Leeds is a big city. Excuse me, another nice city as well. The town centre, their town's lovely. And went out into suburbs as well. Of course, it's got some rubbish places, but everywhere has. The town, their town's really nice, really nice. I did I've done several jobs in Leeds, and going out into the suburbs, that were lovely. They have some really nice areas in Leeds, but yeah, using the A to Z to work your way about were quite, well, it was challenging, let's put it that way. So sat navs definitely make you lazy because you just follow them. You don't really take in where you're going. You're just listening to, well, I don't anyway. You just listen to where it's telling you to go and don't really think about it, I suppose. Which is, it's good for some things, because when you had a map, you're like having to read map and drive, even though you're not supposed to. But if you're on your own, you've got no choice. So yeah, sat navs make you lazy. Mobile phones make you lazy for spelling. Yeah, I think that's that one. This is a bit of a happy one. And people will think I'm crackers, and I know some people won't, because they'll do the same thing as me. But I think vast majority of people, when they see me doing this, think I'm nuts. Helping insects get out of buildings makes me feel helpful and benefits the insects. I think I will put in there is makes me feel better for doing it, and I genuinely do. I help insects a lot, as much as I can. I bloody pick worms up off floor and within reason. I do help flies, butterflies, wasps, bees, whatever. If it ain't something stuck in our house, I don't think about it. And I'm gonna get Eric to do the same, and to help animals and be nice to animals, whatever they are. So they're only doing the same as what we're doing, and that's living into. It's a bit hard at work when you're in some big buildings, because you see flies, and we have windows that just big massive windows that don't open, so they get stuck, and then eventually they just die because they can't get out. So I do try and open doors, and certainly if I can get them out of a window and whatnot, I will do. It's just funny how people, it's not funny, it's I don't know the right phrase, but I'd noticed how people would just dismiss insects as though they're not even worth their time. And oh, excuse me, that's my tummy rumbling. I haven't had any breakfast yet. Yeah, they just dismiss creatures just because they're like a little fly, as though they don't have any worth, I suppose. Yeah, and that's just not true. That's not true. Everything. Oh, crikey. It's going through my tummy. And it's not true. They do have worth, and they've got the way I see it, they've got every right to be here as I have. And then and all they're doing is living out their lives. And I think if you can help them out, and it's not too much trouble towards you, and why not? And I put down here, oh, it's gone. I crashed my old girlfriend's car one night. Oh, gosh. I'm going to pick a mate up, and I was stopping at Al's house, and she let me drive a car, and I was insured. It was legal. I went, got a license, and I was on Al's insurance, and I went just round the corner from my mum and dad's up the road, and there were a flying window, and I think it must have been summertime, and I was trying to shoo it out of the window. Took my eye off the road and just smashed straight into a parked car. Oh God. I just couldn't have wrote a car off. I don't know what happened to this other car. I didn't do the other car any good. And she was really good about it. She was really good about it. Yeah, just for saving a fly. I don't even know what happened to the fly. Presumably it flew off. I had a lot of explaining to do. But yeah, I try to be as helpful towards animals as I can, and the world would be so much better off if everybody was nicer to animals and treated animals properly, and weren't just horrible to them and didn't see them as objects. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it there on that note. I don't know how to end videos, really. That's something, I don't know how to start them, and I don't know how to finish them. I don't really know what to say in between, but I don't really know how that. I'm going to put that in Google. I'm going to ask Google and have a look for some videos and see how to end videos. I know I've got to learn how to be a better storyteller and have some fluidity in that. But yeah, I'm really struggling how to end these videos. But it doesn't matter, does it? Because there's only you watching this, Nige. So it doesn't matter how you end it. You can just say, hope you've had a good day. Hope you get all the bits done that you needed to get done. Keep plugging away. Keep plugging away. Don't give in. I'll catch you on the next one.